Where is Frisian spoken? When you think of Frisian, you might envision black and white cows or majestic, heavy-set horses. You may know Frisian is often called the closest relative of English. Sorry, Scots. There are many languages, dialects, or language variants that are referred to under this name. But which one exactly is Frisian? We often speak of the Frisian language, but Frisian is really the name of a language family. Language families, much like human families, are made up of several relatives that are all related to the same ancestral figure or parent. So the Romance language family of French, Spanish and Italian, as well as a few others, are all descendants of Latin. Frisian's parent language is called Old Frisian, and it looks something like this. Old Frisian was spoken along the North Sea's southern coast, from Belgium through the Netherlands to northern Germany. Today, the descendant languages of Old Frisian, the Frisian languages, are still spoken in various forms in the Netherlands and Germany. Let's start in the Netherlands, where Frisian is mainly spoken in the province of Fryslân, where it is known as Frysk. In English, this variant is called either just Frisian or specifically West Frisian. To differentiate it from the other variants of Frisian, it might also be called Westerlauwers Frysk, or Frisian from west of the Lauwers River, which separates Friesland from the neighbouring province of Groningen. This is to avoid confusion with the Dutch term West Fries, which refers to a dialect of Dutch spoken in part of the province of North Holland. It's been influenced by Frisian, hence the name, but it isn't the same as the English term West Frisian, which refers to the language from Friesland. There are at least 350,000 native speakers in Friesland, about 55% of the population, and as many as 150,000 living in other provinces in the Netherlands. There are also much smaller communities of scattered West Frisian speakers as a result of global emigration, particularly in North America, Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa. West Frisian has several variants, and is sometimes considered its own language subfamily. Mainland West Frisian can be roughly split into thirds, with Clay Frisian or Klaai-Frysk in the northwest, Wood Frisian or Waard-Frysk in the east, and Southwestern Frisian or Zuidwesthoeks in the, you guessed it, southwest. There are also three archaic dialects spoken on the islands of Schilre and Schiermonnikoog, as well as in and around the small coastal city of Hilbert. Het Westerkwartier, a border region in the neighbouring province of Groningen, also has communities of Frisian speakers in the west. To give you an idea of what West Frisian looks and sounds like, Agoeie, ik kom in Friesland, waar kom jij? Hello, I'm from Friesland, where are you from? As minority languages go, West Frisian has quite a strong position. It has several official institutions promoting both learning of the language and academic publications about and in the language, notably AFOEK and the Friese Academy. West Frisian is an official language in the province of Friesland and the second language of the Kingdom of the Netherlands. It is taught in most schools, and it's possible for people to access the legal system in West Frisian too. However, West Frisian is facing several challenges. All speakers in the Netherlands also speak Dutch, which still holds a more privileged position despite recent efforts. Urban migration from the 15th century and onwards saw all cities in Friesland switch to Dutch, albeit the dialects there have been heavily influenced by Frisian and are referred to as Stadsfrysk or City Frisian. In the countryside, Frisian remains the main language. So that's West Frisian, the Frisian from the Netherlands. What about Germany? About 100 kilometers to the east of Friesland, the municipality of Seelterlound or Saterland is found in the larger German area of Ostfriesland, East Frisia. Seeltersk then is in the East Frisian sub-branch of the Frisian language family. Note that a variant of Low German called East Frisian Low German is spoken throughout the broader region of Ostfriesland, and while it has significant influence from Frisian, it isn't directly descended from Old Frisian like Seeltersk is. So technically, this isn't a Frisian language, even though it has Frisian in the name. There are around 2,000 speakers of the Seeltersk language, found mostly in 3 villages in Seelterlound, each of which has a slightly different dialect. That's only around 20% of the population of the area. East Frisian proper survived in this area, which was largely isolated due to the surrounding peat bogs separating it from the outside world. In 1991, Seeltersk was recognized by the Guinness World Records as Europe's smallest recognized minority language. So, what does it look and sound like? Gouden dag. Ik kom uit het Seelterlound. Waar komst du weg? Hello, I'm from Seelterlound. Where are you from? Seeltersk is taught in a limited manner in schools and is recognized as a minority language by the German government, though it receives little financial or official assistance. The Seelterbund or Saterland Alliance promotes the continued use of the language inside the community, and individuals have ensured children's books are being translated from German into Seeltersk and made available in schools. Some 150 kilometers to the north of Seelterlound is the German district of Nordfriesland, North Frisia, now part of the state Schleswig-Holstein. Unsurprisingly, the type of Frisian found in Nordfriesland is North Frisian, which can be further subdivided into insular and mainland North Frisian. Of the insular North Frisian variants, there are Seelring from Seel, Oomrang from Oomram, which is closely related to Vering from Veer, and finally Hallunder from the Heligoland archipelago. It's estimated that Seelring has around 500 speakers, Vering has around 1,500, Oomrang has about 800, and Hallunder around 500 speakers. There are also many variants of mainland North Frisian. On the Danish border, Vøringhirdefries, further south the closely related variants of Børkinghirdefras and Moring, Karhilder, and in southern Nordfriesland 2 dialects of Gåshirderfries, the southernmost of which is now extinct. Frysk, while being found on the Halligen Islands of Nees and Hure, is part of the mainland North Frisian subgroup because it shares most features with those on shore rather than the island groups. It's estimated that there are anywhere from 5,000 to 8,000 mainland North Frisian speakers. There is limited mutual intelligibility between insular and mainland North Frisian, and even between the different island and district dialects on the coast. North Frisian exists in a very linguistically diverse area, where different communities may, and often also do, speak any number of other language varieties, like Danish, the Jutlandic dialect of Danish, High German, and Low German. To different degrees, these languages have influenced the North Frisian language varieties in various ways. Let's take a look at 2 varieties as examples. Seelring from Seel is a variety of island Frisian. Moin, ik kom van Seel, hoe komst du van? Hello, I'm from Seel, where are you from? Moring is a variety of mainland Frisian. Moin, ik kom van Nordfriesland, waar komst du jocht? Hello, I'm from Nordfriesland. Where are you from? North Frisian is taught in schools on most of the islands where it is spoken and on the mainland. However, lesson time is limited and stops after primary education. While North Frisians are recognized as part of the Frisian minority by the German government, they only receive very limited funding for initiatives to support the language. Increased tourism and settlement of non-Frisian speakers on the islands is further threatening the language's continued existence. The Nordfriesland Institute, or North Frisian Institute, does research on the North Frisian languages. The modern Frisian languages are spoken in a far smaller area than in the high water mark of Old Frisian. While West Frisian is classified as a vulnerable minority language, Seeltersk and North Frisian are considered severely, sometimes even critically endangered with going extinct. In 1700, there were still several dialects of East Frisian on both mainland Ostfriesland and several of the German Vat Islands. Today, only Seeltersk is left. 150 years ago, there were over 30,000 speakers of North Frisian, while in 2024, there are maybe a third of that number, the majority of them elderly. But Friends of Frisian shouldn't despair yet. Heroic language revitalization efforts in recent decades, better understanding of minority language dynamics, and increasing official recognition are all causes for hope. And so are you, watching this video. Just by watching and sharing this video, you're helping to keep these languages alive. On this channel, I'll be exploring these amazing language varieties in much more detail. I'll be talking with native speakers, revitalization activists, linguists, and historians to share with you everything I can about Frisia's rich heritage. I'll even be teaching you some West Frisian to get you started on your own Frisian journey. As ever, there'll be links in the description below for more information on how you can learn any of these languages or getting involved in preserving them. So for the first time, but certainly not the last, I have been Hilbert, and this was the Frisian. Onchen.